Wrestling Pro News fam, get ready, because the WWE Universe is on fire right now. Bron Breakker just speared Triple H out of his boots in front of a live crowd, and fans are losing it. Was it guts or career suicide? Let's find out. Wrestling Pro News fam, buckle up, because what we're about to dive into isn't just another WWE headline. It's one of the most jaw-dropping, pulse-pounding, history-shaking moments we've ever seen inside that squared circle. This isn't rumor, this isn't speculation, this is fact. Bron Breakker, the breakout phenom of his generation, just drove a spear straight through Triple H so brutal, so shocking, it ripped the air out of the arena and sent shockwaves through the entire wrestling world. And right now, the question on everyone's mind is simple: why? Why would one of WWE's fastest rising stars risk it all in a split second of pure chaos? Stick with Wrestling Pro News, because we're breaking it down, from the simmering tensions you didn't see on TV, to the behind-the-scenes fallout that has every single WWE locker room whispering about what happens next. But before we get into the storm, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss a single update on this story, because trust me, it's about to get wild. Bron Breakker, the breakout phenom of his generation, just drove a spear straight through Triple H so brutal, so shocking, it ripped the air out of the arena and sent shockwaves through the entire wrestling world. And right now, the question on everyone's mind is simple: why? Why would one of WWE's fastest rising stars risk it all in a split second of pure chaos? Stick with Wrestling Pro News, because we're breaking it down, from the simmering tensions you didn't see on TV, to the behind-the-scenes fallout that has every single WWE locker room whispering about what happens next. But before we get into the storm, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss a single update on this story, because trust me, it's about to get wild. Now, if you don't know Bron Breakker's story, you're about to. Son of WWE legend Rick Steiner, nephew of Scott Steiner, born into a legacy that most guys would crumble under, but Bron, he's built different. From the moment he set foot in NXT, you could feel it. This wasn't some legacy hire riding a last name. This was a machine. Explosive power, freak-level athleticism, raw intensity that made the crowd sit up and pay attention every time his music hit. He stormed through the NXT roster like a wrecking ball, capturing the championship, stacking up highlight reels, and perfecting a spear that wasn't just a move, it was a weapon. And then there's Triple H, the cerebral assassin, the King of Kings, a 14-time world champion, the mastermind behind NXT's rise, and now the man steering WWE's creative ship as Chief Content Officer. This is the guy who decides who gets the rocket strapped to their back and who gets left waiting. The ultimate boss you do not cross lightly. And yet, tensions had been brewing. Backstage whispers of Bron feeling sidelined, feeling like his momentum was being slowed down. Triple H seeing Bron's fire as a double-edged sword, incredible potential, but dangerous if not controlled. For weeks, the tension simmered under the surface. Then, at a recent live event, it finally exploded. What started as a routine promo segment turned into a verbal knife fight. Bron grabbed the mic, speaking straight from the gut, talking legacy, respect, his right to a spot at the top. Triple H stepped out, interrupted mid-sentence, his voice carrying that cold, commanding authority that's shut down dozens before. But Bron, he didn't back down. The crowd could feel it, the energy shifting, the air getting heavy. And then, it happened. In a flash, Bron Breakker lowered his shoulder and fired forward like a missile, driving every ounce of power straight into Triple H's midsection. The sound of that impact echoed off the rafters. The King of Kings went down. And for a second, the entire arena froze. Then chaos. Gasps, shouts, phones flying up, fans screaming like they couldn't believe what they'd just seen. This wasn't a storyline twist. This was real. And the internet. It went nuclear. Twitter lit up. Instagram blew up with slow-mo replays. Wrestlers started posting cryptic emojis. Some praised Bron for having the guts to stand up to the boss. Others warned he'd just committed career suicide. And backstage, Triple H shook it off, but you could see it in his eyes, this wasn't over. Officials scrambled, meetings were called, the words, serious consequences, were thrown around. But Bron, he doubled down. In interviews, he said it straight. He respects Triple H, but he refuses to be silenced. That spear wasn't disrespect. It was a statement. A declaration. I'm here, and I'm not waiting my turn anymore. And that's where Wrestling Pro News comes in, because the aftershocks of this moment are still rolling. Over the next few weeks, both men disappeared into preparation mode. Bron grinding harder than ever at the Performance Center, adding new weapons to his arsenal. Triple H keeping things close to the chest, but making it very clear to the locker room, respect isn't optional. The buzz started building. Would Triple H actually get back in the ring for one last fight? Fans started fantasy booking dream scenarios. Standard match. No holds barred. Last man standing. Every idea made the hype hotter. And through it all, that spear became the symbol of a brewing war. Old guard versus new blood. Experience versus raw power. Strategy versus chaos. We've seen passing of the torch moments before in WWE, but this feels different. This feels like a collision course that's not just going to decide a winner, it's going to decide the direction of the entire company. And here's the kicker, both men know it. That's why the stakes are sky high. Because if Bron wins, it's the ultimate proof he's not just the future, he's the now. If Triple H wins, it's a reminder to every young talent that the mountain is still guarded by a king who's not ready to step down. And make no mistake, Wrestling Pro News will be there every step of the way, breaking every update, every hint, every cryptic promo, because when that bell rings, the WWE Universe is going to get a match that's more than just a fight. It's going to be a verdict. A statement. And maybe, the start of a brand new era. So tell me, Wrestling Pro News fam, whose side are you on? The King of Kings? Or the hungry young lion? Drop your comments, smash that like button, and let's get ready for a clash that's going to rewrite history.